Welcome everybody, here's your Strategy Wolf, and welcome back to Strategic Command American Civil War. Welcome back to our Conquest of Mexico versus Old Crow Balthazor, the multiplayer match, and we're playing the US side, and we're coming into the year 1848, so the last of this very war, and we should be in turn number 32. And things are very interesting. Of course, the north has fallen for the Mexicans, so we're chasing them down and trying to redirect our troops properly. While in the south, Scott had a little bit of some problems with ambushes and the rough terrain in following up the enemy to Mexico City. I'm a little bit worried about some of our troops here, and we had unnecessary losses, but yeah, also the enemy is taking its toll. So yeah, maybe we can grind ourselves through here. At the same time, we have a landing force on the way where we still have no real clue about the success chances of them, so this is kind of a wild card for us. It might open up a lot of chances, might not, and probably not this turn yet, but the next one. So yeah, a lot of stuff to be done, and yeah, I'm really excited to see the replay, so let's get in and yeah, watch what the enemy did, and I hope we didn't get any more losses. Okay, here we go. Oh, nice. The enemy is solidifying and not attacking, where I was a little bit scared. Okay. Aha, here he tries to apparently get back to the place. Yeah. This was intentionally, he got probably impatient and thought maybe we left everything, but yeah, I left my Navajo behind, or Apache, not Navajo, to actually guard this here Chihuahua. So nice, it worked out for us. James W. Marshall discovers gold in California, prompting a gold rush in the territory. Okay. But before we have a closer look, as always, gonna read, but before what, street fights all over again, what a bloody ascent to the Mexican highlands. You'll never make it to our capital, best to go back to the flesh pots of New Orleans, amigo. Alright. Yeah, let's think about what we can do to flex back. But before that, of course, as always, I'm going to read you the press cuts, the Conquest of Mexico again. And we are page through 327. Let's see what Cortes is up to. On a rising ground, they discovered a fountain, a blessing not too often met with these arid regions, and gratefully commemorated by the Christians for the refreshment afforded by its cool and abundant waters. A little further on, they described the rude works which served as the bulwark and boundary of the Tlaxcalan territory. At the site, the Allies sent up a joyous shout of congratulation, in which the Spaniards heartily joined, as they felt were soon to be on friendly and hospitable ground. But these feelings were speedily followed by others, of a different nature, and as they drew nearer the territory, their minds were disturbed with the most painful apprehensions, as to their reception by the people among whom they were bringing desolation and mourning, and who might so easily, if ill-disposed, take advantage of their present crippled condition. Thoughts like these, says Cortes, weighed as heavily on my spirit as any which I have ever experienced in going to battle with the Aztecs. Still, he put, as usual, a good face on the matter, and encouraged his men to confide in their allies, whose past conduct had afforded every ground for trusting to their fidelity in future. He cautioned them, however, as their own strength was so much impaired, to be most careful to give no umbrage or ground for jealousy to their high-spirited allies. Be but on your guard, continued with Interbred General, and we still have stout hearts and strong hands to carry us through the midst of them. With these anxious surmises, bidding adieu to the Aztec domain, the Christian army crossed the frontier and once more trod the soil of the Republic. Alright, and there we have another reinforcement incoming, lovely. Yeah, let's get ourselves the overview. So really happy our boys over here weren't any hurt further. Of course, I'm getting greedy again and checking if I can use them for attack here versus the refreshed enemy. Probably not the right move right now. Damn, these engineers really with entrenchment 4, they can really hold this position. That's annoying. We've got our... Let's have a quick look how far they can go. Yeah, maybe we can basically sum up our troops over here. Slowly get in position now. February 10th, okay. God damn, I forgot about the, here in Veracruz, by the way, it's something I haven't mentioned too often. Here in these states, I think Veracruz, and it was not the one of Tampico, but was it Texla or down here? Right, sorry guys, got distracted, little cut here, yeah. I was looking for the state. I think Tlaxcala down here next to Veracruz is the one where yellow fever might occur, and then, yeah, to be honest, maybe I should have a quick look in the rulebook, or I'll have it in the meantime in the next episode. You let me know. I mean, it's not really relevant for us now. We're gonna land here anyways, and we have to push it through. I thought it was more in the winter than in the summer, so maybe we're actually timing it perfectly well, maybe not. Anyhow, we have to push through. And yeah, but let's start off as always here in the north next to Chihuahua, and here I really think that our trap, if you want to call it like that, worked out perfectly well, since the enemy came in the ambush of our Apache warriors, and now is stuck here with his volunteers next to Kuzi yeah, Kuzi Huriachik Chihuahua, yeah, which should be the source of supply for him in this area, because I don't see any other town or settlement. So this might be, I hope I'm not doing any devastating mistake over here, but I should go here, cut him off supply, and that should be it for this brigade in the end, because he will be only able to move 1 hex, and therefore he can't reach Chihuahua. However, if we end up losing Chihuahua by that move, would be of course insanely sad, but you know, at the same time, if I take out this unit with free up the Apache, that might, yeah, I don't know, take over these tiny ass towns or something. Yeah, so no risk, no fun. Let's go to Kuzi Huriachik. Oh, that is a difficult name. Here we go. And yeah, with these guys, let's have a look. Yeah, here, this is the supply source. There is no supply. They should be out of supply and can only move 1 turn. Let's hope the best that I'm not wrong with my interpretation of the rules, but I'm very positive about that one. All right. Coming here to the pursuit of the Mexicans. Let's check. Let's take Nazcas, and I think there won't be any unit down here. I highly doubt it, nevertheless. Let's move through them. I mean, in the end, still the same. The question remains. To be honest, if we need the troops here, since, you know, there's not so much to take here. The enemies just retreat this super long way. Yeah, I mean, the main reason why we want to chase them is that we keep up pressure and be on their tail. I mean, I'm still quite surprised now with the mobility of our cavalry, but as you see, the mountains here is like 6, 3, probably 0, or like 1 over here. So if I move over here, it's a terrible supply, and the enemy can get out easily. So yeah. I think I'll redirect a couple of these units, to be honest, to join rather Taylor on his march down south here. That is way more important. Let's bring our boys here to the Rangers here. Right? Yeah, we can actually have scouting 1, so we always get the good scouting out. That's quite nice for us as a good starting position. Then Taylor moved as fast as he could. These guys follow up, forced march. Same will happen with these. Should have supply 5 and 6, yeah. I kind of feel like these 4 units are enough to, together with Kearney, to keep up. So these guys try to also march east while Kearney follows, and then you build up a new force over here with these couple of guys. The Texas Rangers and 2 volunteer brigades. And I mean, yeah, as I said, I feel like until we get back into a battle position, potentially battling here for these mines or industrial heartlands where the enemy has amazing terrain, yeah, then the campaign might be over, and I'd rather have the units down here, since I feel like with Taylor and this reinforcements, we will be able to take San Luis Potosí, and then quickly increase the pressure down here. So yeah, more and more I feel convinced by my own decisions down here. But let's also not get too megalomaniac. well here, real bad. Okay, let's keep on doing. Here we needed to go to the port. These guys are available. Oh, whom could maybe then it's... Ah, it was the red. Yeah, okay, then probably I couldn't put a regiment into. Okay, that's something I've learned, because I can actually even get the artillery into an amphibious transport, and maybe I actually will. I can do 2 more. Brigade, Marines, a regular, and a artillery. That should be... Wow, I really don't know how much is down there in Veracruz, sure, but this seems like something where we could take it. And then with the port, I feel like it's a risk worth taking. The CAF up here, we're gonna just put the regular transport. They're quite far away. Okay. Let's maybe do this first before we fire out any further MPPs. I mean, Tampico here was also still debate, right? If we wanted to support rather Scott. Yeah. Never easy decisions over here. Let's see. Maybe let's now use our dudes over here, since we know where the enemy is. And I think since we know where the enemy is basically blocking here the road to Querétaro down here, and we're coming anyway from the north, we can also withdraw Discovery over here to support Scott as a reconnaissance unit. And I'll use these coverers to start scouting over here and maybe going here for these streets. I mean, let's... It doesn't look like there's a massive army down here next to Veracruz. I'm pretty sure there will be 1 unit at least in the Veracruz, so... Let's have a quick look how much difference for the transport cost. 62 for amphibious versus 24 for transport. Yeah. I mean, let's get these guys on transport anyways first. This is important. So you can already march down. I think also we can set up the new volunteers down here in New Orleans and hope we can bring them in as quickly as possible. These boys we just moved, right? They cannot be reinforced yet. Port Isabel here, yeah. The main question right now is basically what we want to do. Did we see that Salinas is unoccupied? Or was it not? I mean, this is basically their retreat way, right? We give a quick aid from this side. Okay. But this is like also an option to actually push over here. Well, maybe with the CAF. Maybe we should redirect also these cavalists over here. In the end, we don't need them down here, right? We have also the rangers as scouts. No, also we get these boys. I'm fully redirecting here, and they're kind of quick since they're okay, surprise, they're cavalrists. So yeah, let's increase the pressure. Despite bad worsened supply situation, yeah, but the enemy shouldn't feel too safe anywhere. Okay, how much is the reinforcements? 45 and 30. Yeah, maybe we should get them actually out before we reinforce, so we could get them on full strength, but not sure. Oh, guys, I'm so insecure about that right now. I'm really Anyway, they're definitely gonna bring in this regiment here and to help us out a little bit here in for Scott. Yes, this is quite an obvious one. I think these guys can kind of protect the flanks or something down here. That's absolutely fair. Okay. I can't decide, guys. But to be honest, let's rather be safe than sorry, because we can bring in the next brigade also for Scott. We can wait for a bit. Alright, we're getting full in, all in. We're bringing this brigade for Scott. So the regulars, even if they're not full strength, do we need long range? Yeah, also some, but yeah, it's 40, it's a little bit of a difference. 10 MPP, then I don't care. Rather safe than sorry. Also here, long range transport with these boys. Then we can bring... the other landing boats already down here. And still there is no enemy ships, but I want to make sure. And it also looks cool, of course, to have a armada incoming. And yes, also these guys, we're going with 4 units. Here, all in on the landing front, and I mean, worst case we'll overdo it a bit and it's easier than expected, and then we have a strong army very quickly down here that can threaten Mexico City from the east, especially since we also get the HQ and so forth incoming. So rather maybe I rather stop Scott for a second, which we will do also here and invest our 120 MPs here into the fresh up of our regulars. I'm not going to fire any of those shots right now. These guys can be, the harbor here can be used next turn. Yeah, well, I mean, in the end, we're making a lot of territorial games. We're a little bit stuck over here. I'm really excited to see Taylor marching on San Luis Potosí and pushing from the north into here a bit. At the same time, we hopefully have the successful landing at Veracruz. I mean, to be honest, I mean, it's like it's a fortified city. One unit, I guess, volunteers or something would be. As I saw very early in one of his first episodes that he basically dissolved the existing fortress, which was in here because the fortress unit is just kind of weak and would have been not such a huge obstacle, and rather placed a real unit in there. Of course, I don't know if this is still the case. The good thing is with these cavalrists over here, I can potentially, or not potentially, I will get good scouting on Veracruz, so we won't see a huge disaster. And I mean, if there's like a bigger army of 2-3 units, I will anyways redirect my units, not to Villahermosa, this is too far off, but potentially back here to Tampico and just march them down, I'm not sure. Or we just land here next to it and open up another front just here. It's gonna be interesting to see. Anyhow, yeah, things are quite wild right now. Are quite this tension is rising, and the spring of 1848 is gonna be a wild one. I can't wait for the next turns. I hope you feel the same way. Let me know what you thought about this one in the comments, of course, and if you haven't yet, it would be fantastic if both me and the old crow, my opponent, Balthazor, a like and subscription, since we put a lot of effort in this project and it doesn't cost you anything. So thank you so much for that. And before I comment you and say goodbye, let's see if anything else just happened with the remaining. Oh yeah, before we finish the turn, I think there was one frigate actually out of supply that I should probably send to the harbor. Yeah, oh god, should have counted, I didn't. Okay, then actually no more raiding next turn. I'm gonna resupply both of them. Right, guys. Oh, we forgot to flex. Flesh pots of New Orleans. I'm not 100% what a flesh pot represents, but I'm just telling him, nah, no worries. No, we are coming. We are rather bringing our gumbo. Or gumbo to the city. Not super creative, but all right. So let's quickly end the turn together and see if anything else happens. I don't expect any big stuff going on. A wave of liberal revolution. The revolutions of 1848 begin to sweep across Europe. This seems to be the Frankfurt one or something with the first time actually, I'm getting distracted as a German historian, of course. This is, I think, when our current flag was more or less established. It dates back to some volunteers from Napoleonic Wars, as far as I know. However, here it's interesting. Little detour. Anyways, regular income, good stuff, no big events. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Most importantly, see you next time in the next episode. See you then, bye. Your Strategy Wolf.